All right, apologies for the late post-game reaction, but I was working, obviously. Padres, they knock off the Chicago White Sox, and this one was done pretty darn early. I mean, a big day from Jurickson Profar, Juan Soto. Shout out to G-Man Choi finally getting his first hit with the San Diego Padres. It only took him, 2 months to get that first hit. I know he went on the IL a little bit, and he was hitting some balls hard lately, but man, this deadline looks pretty bad for A.J. Preller. I mean, Scott Barlow you could point to, but these other guys, it was on one-year deals. I didn't think this team was going to go make the postseason. You don't trade Snell. You don't trade Hader. I know I've been over this so many times. I think this deadline just doesn't look good on A.J. Preller, just like some other deadlines in the past have not looked good on A.J. Preller. But one signing that has looked good is Michael Wacha. 7 innings, no runs in this game, and his ERA, I believe, is what, 3.2, 3.22, something like that. I mean, I'm going to take that next year. If he can be with the Padres again, I will take that. And obviously, you wish that he didn't hit the IL, and if he comes back to the Padres next year, you wish that he doesn't go on the IL. But I think if you're a Major League team and you want Michael Wacha, you want his consistency when he's on the mound. And you know he's going to hit the IL at some point. You just hope that it's not for, season ending or a couple months, and it's, just a couple starts. So, I mean, Michael Wacha, we're going to give some crap to A.J. Preller for some signings. You got to give him some props for some signings as well. Seth Lugo, Michael Wacha, those are two that immediately come to mind. Obviously, Gary Sanchez, but that was more desperate because the Padres needed offense from their catching position and Campy was hurt. But obviously, Michael Wacha and Seth Lugo, that's not what's going to propel this team into the postseason. There were some other injuries. The lineup obviously was very troubling this season. So a lot to talk about on the show on Sunday after the Padres-White Sox series finale. But, hey, the Padres, they're over 500. And maybe they'll be over 500 to finish the season. Or if they lose, I believe that means that they'll be at 500. I kind of don't want them to win the final game because I don't want this to be viewed as a winning season because that's not what it actually was. I mean, this team played out of their minds here for the last couple weeks, but they were as far below 500 as 11 games under 500. This was not a good baseball team, and I don't think that A.J. Preller should get to put, oh, here's another winning season on my resume. No, this season was a failure, and so at least be 500. Now, if they win, I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? Padres fans, we will know that this season was a failure regardless of what the record was, so some probably don't care. But those that look back on this season 20 years from now, I don't want them to see a winning record and think, oh, it wasn't that bad of a year. No, I mean, come on. We know what it really was. By the way, congrats, San Diego Wave. Obviously just got back from the watch party. San Diego Wave going to the playoffs. Jackson, relax. He's excited. San Diego Wave, they get the win over Portland. Alex Morgan scores. Caruso scores. So I'll talk about that as well on the show tomorrow after the Padres-White Sox series finale. The Wave, they will be representing San Diego in the playoffs, something that the Padres obviously will not be doing.